Ismail is going to give us an overview before we take questions.
Thank you, Chairman. Actually, these are very interesting and excellent talks. And as an emergency rapporteur, I try to summarize what I have grasped from the presentation. I think philosophically, the more simple the idea is, the most workable, doable, and beneficial. And I think Mayada started by a very basic principle, which is prevention is better than the cure. We all know that. We practice it in our life, but why we don't practice it in medical life? I mean, I know Mayada, she has practiced it because she started as a clinician in Obs and Gynae, and then she deflected from there and she decided that prevention is better than to work as a clinician. So she practiced what she preached, and that is good. She mentioned a very critical statistics that 85% of diseases can be cured by prevention. That means all the health industries, which is related to hospitals, and all the business related to that, imaging, diagnostics, etc., all the economy, is only 15% of the problem. And if this 15% of the problem is reversed and invested in the 85% of the problem, maybe 10% of it will cure a lot of disease. So you gained one advocacy from a pathologist. And I think also she moved further to talk about the aspect of well-being. And the talk was complemented by what has Muna presented. She just elaborated on what Mayada has made as a package. And I think they left for Professor Moise only 15%. And Professor Moise, he wanted to get back into the scene by personalizing the medicine. But he mentioned one word, that personalized medicine is a way of prevention. So again, the prevention won the battle. And there was a touch on the role of diaspora. And I think this is very important, very crucial, and very moral. All of you, I think, if I'm not wrong, that you are diaspora. And I'm sure that you all want to deliver to your home countries. And that is why you are here. And we deliver to our home countries by sending these messages. That when we provide clean water in Sudan, we will not have cholera. The whole state now is struggling because there is cholera. When we teach people how to clean their hands after they come from the loo, we will not have contamination and fecal-oral infections. So I think that there is a very important message today and a role for diaspora, that the message of not transferring only the technology, but transferring the basics to our home countries. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Nahid Fawi. Currently, as a non-diaspora, I would like to ask, after this very nice presentation, I'm from the University of Khartoum. I'm not a medical or in this line, but agriculturist and marketing. I would like to ask Professor Anwais precisely, because luckily 4 days ago, I attended with my brother, he's a doctor, a conference. It was a very valuable conference in University of Cambridge, Faculty of Education, of College of Education, about big data and its implementation in medicine. One of the papers was like this paper about the personalized medicine. I want to ask, as a current non-diaspora, Okay? How can we, Sudanese people, and you are Sudanese people, funnel all these things into our African countries? Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is very important question. And personalized medicine is a big data. And also that creates a problem in validation, in analysis. There are some drawbacks, still people working on it in the personalized medicine, because it generates a lot of data when you do something called whole genome sequencing. Because in prevention also, when you sequence to see if this person will have cancer or has some other genetic disease, then you discover something else that when you do the sequence, that this patient or this person may develop something else or may have something else that he can transfer to his kids or whatever. These are ethical issues. But I just mentioned this. I know they are not really directly related to your questions, but these are, I took the chance to mention about some of the challenges when you do whole genome sequencing for prevention, for diagnosis, and for treatment. But how to transfer this knowledge is not complicated. The most difficult part of it is the data analysis. The data analysis by informatic people. You need those people. And I think we have several Sudanese people trained in bioinformatics. The other thing is the side effects of the policymakers. I like this expression because people will not, if you tell them about personalized medicine, oh, we cannot fight cholera, you come and tell us about personalized medicine. It's cheaper to establish personalized medicine, build infrastructure. You need machine, you need something called next generation sequencers to sequence the genome. You need the vision, the mission, the goals, and the roadmap. You select, Sudan is not like Bahrain, not half million, 40 millions. But I tell you, the most country or the most common, Sudan is the highest country that has genetic diseases. Number one, Sudan. And we think, yeah. So I saw that in many conferences, they bring Sudan first in genetic diseases. So you select the common genetic diseases in areas. For example, in west of Sudan, Miseria, they have the sickle cell disease. Okay, very, very, very common. And just yesterday, FDA approved the first drug for sickle cell disease after 20 years after hydroxyurea, which has been discovered more than 20 years. No one is working. They consider it as a rare disease. No one is working on it. While in Sudan, it's not rare in that part. In the other parts, cancer. In the north part of Sudan, cancer is becoming very common. And diabetes. So you select hypertension, you select certain diseases. Yeah, they are related to lifestyle, yes, but they are related to environmental changes, pollution. Now, you know, technology pollution is very dangerous. We are sitting in this room, you know how many things that affecting your cells and nerves around you. Not only viruses, we have billions of viruses around us, but our immune system is taking care of them. But the immune system may not function properly if the receptors on the cells are affected by magnetic field. Then your immune system is not proper. Then diseases will come. Cancer, autoimmune diseases like multiple sclerosis. Now multiple sclerosis in Sudan is extremely common. The doctors here, have you seen multiple sclerosis before in Sudan? In the college, no one taught us about multiple sclerosis. Now multiple sclerosis is really, really, really common. This is multifactorial disorders. You cannot just prevent them by lifestyle. What will you do about these pollutions? technology pollution. We don't know what they have put under the ground from radiation and all these desertations and living with animals. A lot of pollutions are in the Gulf. It happened because of the wars. The wars in the Gulf region changed a lot of things besides the bad lifestyle and the fast food and the technology. But to select certain diseases that are common and that are evolving and put infrastructure, sequencers, bioinformatics, vision. We can do it.
Can I just say something? And I do apologize. So it's a question for you as a non-diaspora. Do we need at this point in time personalized medicine in Sudan? Or do we need basic health care and basic health systems? Even the sickle cell disease in the Miseria is because of consanguinity, people marrying within the same family. So that's health education. The environment, we have a cholera, we need a clean water and clean environment. We need to bake the cake before icing it and then eating it. This is what I think. We have to have a stepwise approach. And even, as Muna said, in our suggestion as diaspora, our input as a diaspora, let's start by the basics. And then perhaps maybe if the personalized medicine told us which one of us they need to do 1 hour exercise to prevent heart disease and which one of us who can get away with 10 minutes exercise or not at all, that would be fantastic.
I hope Mayada will not be a policy maker because you need both. What are you doing for multiple sclerosis now, which is coming and killing people?
The question is why?
You stop marrying?
What is the
marrying is not carrying it.
Don't marry from your family, marry from outside.
It's not only genetic. It's partly environmental.
Can I answer your question? It's economic-wise. You have in any enterprise, even health is an enterprise issue. Business-wise, I have to think about the cost because the two have to go together.
Yeah, they have to go together.
We have to conclude now, to conclude the session. We'll stop that the time is over. Thank you to everybody.